Hey everyone. Thanks so much for joining our monthly Q&A session presented by Givecloud Support and Trustraising. My name is Kimberly, and I'm a customer success advocate here at Givecloud. So when I'm not hosting webinars like this, you usually find me in our chats and emails helping wonderful folks like yourself answering your questions. I want to also wish you a happy Giving Tuesday. If you need a hand, we've got your back. So please reach out via our live chats this afternoon, and we'll be here today for you. Honestly, we can't wait to see how much impact you're going to drive this holiday season, and Giving Tuesday is just the beginning. So we're very excited for you. If you have any questions during the session, please feel free to use the Q&A box down in the bottom right-hand corner of your Zoom screen. I'm also, just so you know, you might see another face with me here today. I have Dan, our enablement lead. I'm really lucky to have him here, and we're lucky to have him here to share all his knowledge. As you know, today's session is going to be about how to finish 2022 with a win, end of the year planning. And so we're kind of going to cover a few different topics here. We're going to talk about end of year fundraising. We're going to talk about Givecloud and the benefits of tax receipting in Givecloud. And then we're going to review some other ways to review and tidy up your Givecloud admin for the new year. Now I'm going to pass it off to Dan to get this party started. Thanks so much, Dan.
Thanks, Kimberly. Hey, everyone. Happy Giving Tuesday. Can't wait to see what all your orgs do today. So we're at end of year. It's an exciting time. We know that this time of year is usually super hectic. You know, you're getting ready for, your end of year fundraising, you're wrapping things up for the year. You're also likely planning and strategizing for 2023 as well. We're here to help. Right? If you need any help with any of it, please reach out. But for today, let's look at some options for end of year campaigns and fundraising with Givecloud. So I'm just going to share my screen here amongst all the tabs. Let's see. So here we go. Can you see my screen okay? Perfect. Okay. All right. So with the holiday season approaching, this is a perfect opportunity to offer holiday e-cards for your supporters. It's a great way to encourage donations while allowing your supporters to send an e-card to a friend or a loved one. Now, here we have an example of an e-card experience. We have a banner on the homepage of our site highlighting the option to send an e-card right here. Now, if I click on the button here from the banner, it takes me directly to the e-card. And for our e-card here, now you have an option for e-cards. Do you want to offer them on a fixed price? So $5 for an e-card or just a fixed price, or you can allow the option to donate an amount to send an e-card. So in this example here, we have the donate an amount option, and there's a minimum donation of $5. So I can say, yep, I want to give $15 to send this e-card, and I'm going to send it to my Uncle Bob. And let's send them a notification as well, or the actual e-card. So let's send it to Bob and his email. And let's put happy holidays from the fan. And then we can add that to basket, and we can add another if we needed to, or we can just go and check out. So e-cards are a great option to offer, especially something around the holidays, right? Now, we have step-by-step instructions on how to set this up in detail, and we're going to put that in the chat as well. Awesome. Now, let's have a look at another fundraising option for your end-of-year campaign. Okay, so let me just pull this up here. Here we go. Now, if you haven't already explored the new fundraising forms, this is a great opportunity to start using them for your end-of-year campaign. With features like the social proof, which promotes the fear of missing out and encourages donors to donate. You see that notification coming from the top here. Using Apple Pay and Google Pay for quick donations without filling out any form fields. The transparency promise that connects to both the intellect and the heart of your supporters. Upsells to convert one-time donors to recurring, all with the simple click of a button, right? And this is all fully embeddable on your website with no redirect. So whether it's your Givecloud site or your main website, you can embed that, no problem. At Givecloud, we believe that, when your supporters love the giving experience, they'll give more, they'll give quicker, they'll give more frequently, and they're more likely to tell their friends about it. And all of this adds up to more dollars for your cause, right? So let's have a quick look here at the example that I have set up. So on my donation page here, I'm going to change my frequency to today only, and I can change the amounts here. Or I can click on it to enter my own amount. So let's say $65. And I'm going to give today only. Now I'm going to hit donate down here. Now, if you're on your device, which most people are, and they usually have Apple Pay or Google Pay set up, then you can use that Apple Pay or Google Pay option. Because I'm on Chrome here, you only see the Google Pay option. Or if you want to enter your credit card, then just hit the credit card fields, and then you can, fill it out, put in your billing address, and give now. Because I'm on my device here, I'm going to use Google Pay. So I'm going to hit donate with Google Pay. There we go. It's done. Donation complete. Now for some of those additional upsells, right? So would I like to make this a recurring payment to upgrade my impact, right? I'm going to hit no thanks on that. Do I want to opt in to your email list? Yep, I'm going to say keep me up to date. And now I'm taken to the thank you screen where I can share on social media the impact that I've had right from in here. So let's have a quick look now at what it looks like to set up a form. Just as it's easy to make a donation to the form, it's really quick to set up as well. So I'm going to hop into my admin here first. And yeah, I'm going to log in. And first, let's go to fundraising in the left menu. And you should already have a form here. You should have one called My First Campaign. I've created this one for this webinar. So let's just have a quick look at that. But if you needed to create a new one, you'll just hit the add button up here. So once I've clicked into the form and I'm on the dashboard, I'm just going to hover over it here and hit customize. And all you need to do is add a name for your form, a logo, choose your color, your theme color, then hop over to customize experience. And if you'd like, you can change some of that wording that we saw around the form. So things like the impact promise, or the messaging that's on the upsell screen, or the email opt-in screen, and also on the thank you screen as well. We have good default wording in there, but you can change that for whatever best suits your org. And then we're going to hop to sharing and page view. It's likely that your donors and supporters are going to share this on social media, right? So you want to make sure that there's a good image, a good link description, and a title. Again, it's in there. And then for the thank you email that they receive afterwards, you can customize the messaging that's in there also. Now, when you're done, you're just going to hit save, and that's it. The form is ready to go. Now, for those using Donor Perfect, there's always that one extra step of setting up our Donor Perfect coding. So if you need to do that, you're going to hit the kebab menu here, hit Donor Perfect settings, and you can fill out those fields right there. And also, now that our form is created, we can click on test mode and we can see what our form looks like. And we can even put through test donations as well. And see what that experience looks like, see the email that our supporter gets and so on. So it's a great feature to test your form before you go live with it. Once you're comfortable, you can either grab the link of your form and put it on a donate button somewhere, or you can embed it on your external site or on your Givecloud site. So there's different options for embedding, like the inline option or using a button. I'm going to show you what it actually looks like to use the embed button, to use the embed to open up a pop-up with the donation form. So let me get back to my site. I have quite a few things open. Let's just go to my homepage. Yep, of course then, that's not the right URL. So on the homepage here of my site, I have this donate now button. And when you click it, it opens that pop-up with the form experience right over the page that I'm viewing. So I'm not taken to another URL. I'm not taken to another site. And this can be on your Givecloud site or on your main website as well. So donors don't have to leave your main website. So that's that there. Now, again, we'll provide a link with steps to set up and customize the new fundraising forms in the chat. And please reach out if you have any questions at all. Now, let's have a look at another option for fundraising for an end of year campaign. Let's just hop back over to my site. Let's close this. Okay, so now we're going to talk about peer-to-peer fundraising. Now, this is a great feature to offer, especially around the holiday season. This encourages your supporters to set up their own peer-to-peer fundraiser to share with their friends, family, and network. You know, this allows you to empower your supporters by giving them, you know, a sense of ownership, allows them to set a goal and a deadline and to work together with their network to hit their goal. Now, let's have a quick look at what this experience could look like for a supporter to set up and share their fundraiser. So because we have the feature enabled, we have this fundraisers menu item on our site. So if I click it, I can see all of the existing fundraisers and I can choose to contribute to one of them. Let's go to Kim's fundraiser here. Or I can create my own fundraiser just by clicking create fundraiser and just filling out the fields. So let's do dan@test.com. Oh, and Givecloud says you already have an account. Shall we log in? So let me just do a quick login. My password, boom, sign in. There we go. So I'm going to set a name for my fundraiser. Then I'm going to choose an image. Now, in this example, we have preset images that we provided, but you can also allow your supporters to upload their own image as well. I'm going to choose that one. We're going to set a deadline. So let's say by December 31st, we want to raise $1,500. Now for the description, again, in this example, we provided some pre-populated descriptions that someone can choose from, but you can allow someone to enter their own description as well. I'm just going to choose this one here. I'm going to agree to your terms and then hit create page. And I'm immediately taken to my fundraising page where I'm ready to share with my friends and family. You know, grab the link, share on Facebook, on Twitter, email, and so on. It's as quick as that. So we have a great article again that will walk you through this step by step. We're going to put it in chat now. Yeah. So let's have a look at one more option for your end of year campaign. Now, text to give. Now, this is a great option to provide another method of giving to your supporters. After setting up an account initially and adding a payment method, they can give to a fund just by texting your number. Now, let's have a quick look at what that looks like. So I'm going to go on my Givecloud admin. I'm going to show you it in the messaging console in Givecloud, which is a great place for you to, you know, test your conversations and see what the experience looks like for your supporters. So let's go features, text to give. And let's hit the messaging console. So I'm just going to throw a number in here. So I'm just going to, so as a supporter, I'd be texting your number and I'd say, you know, donate and then whatever the amount is. So let's give $40. So donate 40. And then it says, would you like to make this a monthly donation? Nope, not today. There we go. Payments processed. Donation is complete. Done. Again, we have a great article on this, on how to set this up. It's fairly simple. And if you don't have a phone number, reach out and we'll be happy to help you get a phone number that works for your organization for text to give. Now, we've gone through quite a few features that can be used for your end of year campaigns. But if you're not able to get these going for end of year, then you can look at launching a new fundraising experience in 2023 to diversify your fundraising. Now, I hope you found these helpful. We provided links in the chat for these, for everything that we've gone through, but these are also available on help.givecloud.com, our knowledge base. So I'm going to hand it back over to Kimberly.
Thanks so much, Dan. That was awesome. I love all that info. Always learn something new, that's for sure.
Awesome.
I'm going to also share my screen just to get us started. So I'm going to focus on the next little bits. One thing I love is tidying up, and nothing like tidying up for the new year. With the end of the year really quickly approaching, it is a great time to review and tidy up those loose ends to make sure that you start strong for 2023. And a few ways to get started with that tidying up is first by thinking about moving your tax receipt program to Givecloud for 2023 if you don't already have it there. Another way that you can do it is by reviewing your suspended recurring payments and reaching out to those donors. Another great way that you can do it is also contacting slipping donors and re-engaging them. And then lastly, if you run a e-com store, making sure that your inventory is up to date and actually reflects your true inventory. So we're going to explore each of these topics. And then that way, hopefully some of this will help you prepare for 2023. So let's get started with tax receipts. Givecloud allows you to issue and manage tax receipts directly in your Givecloud admin. Located under Features and Tax Receipts, you're actually able to choose either single receipts or consolidated receipts with Givecloud. Single receipts are issued after each donation, where consolidated receipts you can issue either during specific times of the year or at the end of the year when you're ready. You can edit your tax receipt template, go there, as well as edit your automated email to personalize and share the information you want with your supporters. So you can add your logo, add images, and personalize the messaging that really engages your supporters, even within your tax receipt. From here, you can revise, void, and issue receipts, specifically consolidated receipts under Features, All Tax Receipts. Once a tax receipt is issued, a supporter can see their tax receipts and access them through the donor portal. And if you are using a CRM like DonorPerfect or Salesforce, you can sync the tax receipt information directly into your database. Another great way, of course, as I mentioned earlier, that you can prepare for 2023 as well is by reviewing your recurring profiles. So to get started, we recommend going into Features, not features, contributions, recurring profiles. And Givecloud from here allows you to filter by profile status, so you can see your active, suspended, expired, or canceled recurring donors. But we're going to focus on those suspended ones. Use the filter to filter out your suspended list of donors. And from here, we recommend either using your email marketing tool or emailing the donors directly to help re-engage the donor and encourage them to action and update their payment method. This could really help with not only re-enabling those recurring donors, but re-engaging supporters directly focusing on your recurring payments program for the new year. So bonus that way. Now, for donors that are slipping, we actually have a specific report for that, but you can also access it by going into supporters, all supporters, and going to more filters. And we have a filter here called supporter slipping, and you would just select slipping. A slipping donor is defined by their engagement with Givecloud. To determine a slipping donor, Givecloud looks at the following criteria. If the donor has an expired payment, then they are considered slipping. If a donor has a suspended recurring profile, they are considered slipping. And then lastly, if a donor has not yet donated over the past 12 months, they are considered slipping. So we recommend, again, very much like your recurring suspended recurring donors, to either use your email marketing tool or engage these donors directly to re-engage them with a call to action. And now that it's the end of the year, what's better than a call to action to give to your end of the year campaign or appeal, or even an upcoming campaign in 2023, right? You'll have a list of people you can reach out and re-engage with that. Now, lastly, this is for my friends with an online store or sell physical items with Givecloud. We recommend reviewing and updating your inventory. Now, I used to work retail, and I actually kind of love this part where you go through and you count all your inventory, then you update it in your system. Hence why I like end of the year tidy up. But we actually make your life a little bit easier with this as well. Located under reports and stock levels, You can actually review your inventory levels using the stock level report. So you can see here on ours, all of our inventory. Use the report to access each item with inventory and update the inventory levels under the price options on the item page. So I can go in, I think I actually have a really great one here. Where's my dad hat? Dad cap, beautiful. We can go into dad cap. We can go into the price options default and say I have 5 on hand. I can go in here, update the inventory, save, and now we're all good to go for the new year. I hope this helps with some tidying up and helping you, clean up those loose ends and makes you feel like you're going in 2023 with a clean slate. Now, let's actually jump into the Q&A session and start answering some of your questions. Again, you can actually access that Q&A box down in the bottom right-hand corner of your Zoom screen, and feel free to add your questions in there. All right.
So we have a couple in there.
Yeah, we do already. Thank you so much, everyone, for those. Dan, would you like me to read them?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Okay, so the first question is, we would like to have DCC box checked by default on event pages and product pages. So based on your question, I'm assuming you're talking about product templates and the default template that you get with items. Dan, do you have any feedback for this?
Yeah, so at checkout, we want DCC selected by default. Yeah, it's not selected by default in the cart at checkout. It is enabled by default on donation pages, like donation experiences, fundraising experiences, but not in the cart. That's great feedback. I mean, the kind of the thought here is that, usually in the cart, someone is purchasing things that you may want them to opt into DCC because it may be like physical items or event registry, stuff like that. But I think that that's great feedback that we can definitely log in our new feedback tool, Canny, which you can access from within your admin.
Yeah, that's just located in the bottom left-hand corner where you see have feedback, let us know. What's great about this new tool is that you can add feedback. You can actually even search. So even when you're typing in the feedback, say somebody's already asked for this, you can actually see along the right-hand column if somebody's asked for it. If they have, what we recommend is upvoting on that. Our product team actually uses this feedback tool to determine future features that they might enable. Bring to the Givecloud platform. And so the more upvotes on requests, the better, because that will catch their eye. So definitely encourage you, if there is already something in there for already having DCC checked on specific item templates, definitely upvote on that and add comments and feedback, and you can add screenshots. So we really, really appreciate it. Cool. Thanks, Dan. How can we see how much I raised through a fundraising experience? Ooh, that's a great question. Do you want to, do you think we should share the screen? Okay, here, I'll stop sharing so you can just share.
Share, yeah. Couple ways you can do this. I'll show you 2 of them. First would be on your actual fundraising form. So if I click into this form, there's a dashboard here where I can see, how much I've raised towards this just through this form in total. But if you want a more detailed breakdown of, every payment that has come in towards this fundraising form, then you can use a payments report. So contributions, payments. And we can filter by date. So maybe you want to see it over, a certain time frame, maybe the last month or the last week. And we can also hit the more filters and filter by fundraising form. So on my test form here, now I'm only seeing payments through that specific fundraising form, and I get to see the detail of those payments. There's also the total showing at the top here. So how much you collected, over your through a specific gateway, and then the specific payment methods used as well. This breakdown up here responsivity filters, right? So if you were to change the date range, let's make it a little bit closer. So just over the last week or so. I don't have a lot of donations to this forum. Let's just go for today, yesterday and today. Here we go. So yeah, this is where you can report on, payment through specific fundraising forms.
That's so detailed. I love it.
Mhm.
Thanks so much, Dan.
No problem.
Tax receipts. Ooh, my favorite 2 words.
Mm.
So the question is, how do I issue consolidated tax receipts? That's a great question. I'm gonna actually, if you don't mind, Dan, I'll take this one.
Yes, please.
So I mentioned actually really briefly in our presentation that you can issue tax receipts through all tax receipts. So the way you would do it is you would go into features, tax receipts, all tax receipts. And there is a button in the upper right-hand corner called Consolidated Receipting. And here you'd be able to choose your receipting period. You can even set a minimum receivable amount. So say if you don't provide receipts under $5 or $10, whatever that may be, you can set that. You would set the receipt date. So what date you want actually all the receipts to be. And then you can choose the receipt status. Now, I often recommend, and what we recommend in our help article, which we'll include in our chat, is to draft them first. So you can do a review and then you can issue them. You can actually do a bulk issue after you review them, but it just gives you a chance to make sure everything is accurate. And you can also change the template. So with single receipting, you only have one template, which is your default template, but consolidated receipting, you can actually use different templates. You can have different templates throughout the year or the different years and things like that. And you can auto email receipt them. So when these are actually done and issued, then everybody would actually receive their consolidated tax receipt via email. So let me grab that help article for you, and then that way you can add that to your toolbox if you're thinking about doing consolidated receipting.
That's great, Kimberly.
No problem. Consolidate. There we go.
That as well.
Awesome. There we go. Okay, awesome. Thanks for your patience there. I normally have these all handy, and this one I didn't this time. There we go. Awesome. Let's just check here to see if we have any other questions for today. No. Okay, cool. Well, thank you everyone for joining today. We really, really appreciate you making the time on such a busy day and a busy time of the year. And we really, really wish and hope happy holidays, happy, amazing end of the year. I know this is a busy, busy time, and we hope you see so much impact and so much growth over this time. We're wishing you all the best. And I hope today we're able to simplify the how so you can focus on your why. That's ultimately our goal here. If you have any questions, please contact us at support@givecloud.com or tap that chat button in the bottom right-hand corner of your admin screen. We're here for you Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. EST. If you need additional support, we also have help.givecloud.com, where you can find all of our help articles and videos. You can follow us on YouTube and Instagram at Givecloud. And if you want to dive deeper into online fundraising, we recommend checking out our Trustraising blog at givecloud.com. To rewatch or share this recording, you can also go to onboarding.givecloud.com/sessions. And you'll be able to find the recording there in the next few days. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your year. And we're wishing you all the best, world changers. Take care.